Hello and welcome. So let's play this. So I've been in the Everquest Legends beta for a while. I've only made a few videos about it. I've had a lot of stuff going on in real life in the last few days or weeks, really. So I haven't streamed anything, but you know, I thought it would be fun to kick it off a little bit today. I just died a few minutes ago. I'm in a solo instance of Gok. And I am playing my Shadow Knight Bard Wizard. And yeah, so that's where we're at today. Hopefully this is all live and going well. I'm green over there, looking in, where's the Twitch one? It's unstable on Twitch. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that. I got my internet upgraded, but apparently that didn't matter. So we'll see how this goes. I think there's got to be something with my ISP and Twitch is really what I think it is. But if I look at the little video, it looks correct. Hey, dude, how you doing, man? How you doing? Yeah, I vanished for a while. It's just been really busy. Let's see here, we got almost all the buffs. Now, I'm the laziest person you'll probably ever meet, so I don't like doing spell sets to like switch all my spells out. I like to make buttons for everything, and it works out really well for me personally, but I don't even think that one cast. Let's try that again. But I make these buttons here just like I do on live, which will like memorize a spell. Did it like fizzle or something? Or do I just not have enough time for it? That's a good question. I think this is not enough time. So let's change this to 9. Let's go and do that, right? I just started setting these up like yesterday. I made this character yesterday, and I was just, you know, trying out the wizard, right? Because they made a change to the AoEs so that they didn't hit you. So, you know, I thought that would be a good idea to play a wizard and level it up to get the ritual ports. But it turns out that they also decided to remove the ability to hit more than 30 targets. So you can only hit 8 targets now with AoEs. So it's quite a bit of a nerf. I mean, it doesn't seem to be that bad yet. Like, but the mana is still pretty high on these spells, like 116 mana for 8 targets versus 30. Seems like some changes that need to be adjusted there, but should be fine. All right, what do we got? What are we missing here? Familiar, damage shield. Yeah, we're missing damage shield. So wizards get a cool little damage shield. It's something, and it's permanent. So. I believe it was permanent last time I checked. Let's see if this one is. This one isn't permanent. Oh man. All right, we're gonna switch the other one out real quick. Yeah, 5 minute rebuff. Screw that one. Which one is that? Damage shield. Here, let's look here. What is it called? It's like it's levity, right? There we go. Where are you at? Oh, Keely's levity right there. This one gives me lev, but it also gives me damage shield, but it's permanent. So I don't know why all the buffs aren't permanent, but you know, that's just how it is. There we go. Let's save that one, and let's recast that. Let's see here. Did they make it better for new players, or do you need to read a two-year guide? I don't know. Like, so you can only have one character, so it's not really trivial to remake another character and go and like I'd have to delete this dude. So then I'd have to start all over, which is not very fun in all honesty. So it's hard to say what the low-level game's like right now. I know like from 1 to 5, maybe 1 to 8 with my original build, which was warrior shaman, was challenging. I'm not gonna lie. But now since then they've added like the invocations and the stances and all that stuff. That was not there when I leveled originally, so it's probably a little bit smoother, but definitely you would if you've played EverQuest before, you'd be able to probably get into it really easy. If you haven't played EverQuest before, I would say it would be a little bit more challenging to get into it, especially with like some of the things that just are kind of slow that you would want to be faster. All right, I think we got all my buffs. All right, so I'm running Siphon Life, Inferno Shock, Cast Force, Gather Shadows, Lava Storm, Energy Storm. Do I not have Energy Storm on my... Okay, I may put that one over here. Energy Storm right there, and then I'm running in a Symphonic Aura, which is the ability for bard songs. You can have 5 of them with AAs to auto cast. You can kind of see here, if you could see right here, like I have all these spells on all times, right? So I'm doing Cellos, War Song, Amplification, Mana Song, and Warmth. I'm doing Warmth for the damage shield because that's the one I have, so that when I'm getting hit by multiple mobs, I do damage to all those mobs. So it's kind of the gist of that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and start killing. So I'm going to gather shadows. I'm KOS to the live frogs, which I don't want to be. I have no skill in this. There we go. So we can run past this dude, run past him, run down here, and grab this guy. And let's grab... Oh, these are wizards. We're going to screw myself here. Okay, so they're wizards. We're going into evasive. And we're going to cast force. Cast force. Come on, land it. Now, evasive pretty much lets me do whatever I want without getting hit. But it's obviously not working too well here. Go. Cast force. Those wizards are almost dead. You can see over here, there's 2 of them dead. And if I can get another cast force off. And then let's kill this one here. The wizards, they mess everything up. They do so much damage that it's just like frustratingly annoying. There we go. All right, and then you can see there, you know, well, that was a critical, but it doesn't show the full damage. I was getting 1,600 crits with Empower on. I like Empower a lot. It's a invocation that is really nice. So hopefully that's going. I don't know what... Twitch is always terrible for me, so I apologize if it does not go well. Pop up here. Now, what is this? Knights. Yeah, okay, we'll kill these ones. Now, this Lava Storm, if we can get it off, is really nice. It does like 500 damage AoE. There, 511. So it's a nice little spell. And then I go into Cast Force, which is another one. Should be able to get it off. There we go. I got that one. There we go. Perfect. And then Inferno Shock to finish this guy off. Now, I do have my life tap memorized, and that's my only way of healing. But I do switch into recovery. You can see there, like, I'm almost out of mana. I've requested they move this to a passive AA. It doesn't make sense, as like it's too much work to go from Empower to Spellblade to Inversion, like over and over, like, and then recovery. I think it should be passive for all the classes that can use it. I think upping the mana regen, because it only, like, if I look at my mana regen, right, I'm only at 42 mana regen, which is still pretty slow in all things considered. That's with Mana Song running. You know, if I had maybe like Enchanter, you know, I'd get like an extra 4 mana regen or something like that, maybe 8 doubled. But definitely, it is. It feels slower on a caster than it does on a melee, and that is not as fun as you would like. Like I don't like things slow, right? Especially in a solo game like this, where I'm, you know, I'm needing to grind and kill things as fast as possible. It just doesn't feel right to be that slow. But let's pop this lava storm. Yeah, we're still in invasive, so we're gonna land that. And then cast force. And lava storm's back up. Perfect. I think we got it off. It's hard to tell sometimes. There we go. We got 150, some crits there. This one, this alive, so we'll do that. Now, like I already leveled up to I think 49, and then I stopped. I didn't want to get 50 yet on my other characters, but I did get this from Hate, so I do have like decent weapon now. I have a sash already. I have a rubicite breastplate, so I do have some like decent gear. Obviously, it's not that great. I do have some planar gear for Bard. I have not done Fear yet, so it is where I'm at gear wise. So I do have a little bit of gear. I would not say that I am overly geared in any way for this, but it's about where you'd expect. No idea what that was. Oh, there's another. I have no idea where that's at. Thank you for the follow, Anda and Delicious. Thank you very much. Sorry, I haven't streamed in like over a month, so I don't know where. I can't remember where all my sound effects were. But thank you very much. I got everything going here. Oh yeah, thank you. I love making EverQuest content, and I'm making I got a lot of it coming out. Legends is pretty good. If you would ask me yesterday how Shadow Knight Wizard was, I would have said is the fantastic thing, but there was a nerf to the AoEs overnight to take them from 30 to 8, which, I mean, like in this situation here, I'm not fighting 8 mobs, but it's definitely it definitely doesn't feel good in a solo game to be limited in any way, if that makes any sense. If I can actually land these. Oh, I'm out of endurance. Switch to wrong one. Let's switch to balanced. There we go. I should have been empowered that whole time, but I wasn't because I'm dumb. There we go. Yeah. Like it's like why remove the player from the AoEs to make the AoEs actually useful, and then nerf the limit. I don't know, it just doesn't feel good without rebalancing the mana costs and stuff like that. I know that's there's the exact same spell with less things, so it's not like it was a change. But there we go. So we hit 33. I don't know if we got anything new. We got greater shielding. Let's go ahead and pop that on. Greater shielding. That'll give us more hit points. Psalm of Cooling is not going to give us more damage shield, and Terror isn't really useful in this situation. All right. Yeah, like if you played the other server, right? If you played it and you played like I think my favorite build was Cleric, Enchanter, Wizard. Oh my gosh. And that like from the day I started that build to the day I stopped playing that server, that thing got a nerf every other patch. That was so painful to watch. And I really hate nerfs. I think everything should be buffed instead of nerfed. Monks are doing really well. I've grouped with a monk. I don't think he was a shaman. I think he was a cleric, because clerics are overpowered right now. But you can pretty much go to 50 with just your fists, and then worry about weapons and stuff later on. So definitely a very fun class. I wish this was passive. I just make it so much easier, so I wouldn't have to switch stances every fight. But let's go. All right, what do we got right here? 3 wizards, so let's go back to recovery. Let's get our mana back. Let's switch to Mage Hunter. So Mage Hunter will reduce the magical incoming damage because we're about to get a lot of nukes on us from these 3 wizards. So we're gonna just burn them down one by one real quick. And that guy will add, but it's not a big deal. All right, let's go ahead and just start Inferno shocking these guys. Switch to Empower. Delete. I mean, this spelling does like 500, 600 damage, but it shares 911. And there's one more. If we get crits, we get crits, and it's really good. If we don't get crits, it doesn't feel as good. Yes, the wizard AAs help the life taps. Anything that increases life tap damage increases the, spell damage increases the life taps. So it feels really good. And then, it works with Spellblade. So I just swapped to Spellblade, which allows me to proc on melee swings and stuff. So let's see if we can get a few of those right here. I won't do any casting on this guy. Vampiric Embrace is my proc, but there's my Siphon Life. Those procced, 2 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those. You can see how nice that is and how nice that feels. I'm already full life. With my Shadow Knight Bard Rogue combo, I can pretty much kill anything in hate as long as it doesn't hit me hard enough that I can't life tap it. And I can pretty much just like turn on attack and walk away. Hey, Peace Dog, how's it going? So it's definitely a fun build. I personally like Rogue more than I think I like Wizard right now, but I'm trying to get the rituals so I can unlock all these gates and stuff. So I'm trying to get I think I need 46 to unlock the planar ports and stuff like that, but it's definitely fun. I could definitely see a position where I would use a wizard, but for the most part, playing a caster feels really slow. Since you can see right here, I haven't really done anything, and I have to go back into mana recovery mode, so it feels a lot slower. Yeah, it's a lot slower than the other server was. 100%. The other server had flowing thought and stuff at level, I think, as soon as you could get it, it had a lot of other stuff. I didn't play that server in Classic. I played it in Kunark, and it felt a lot faster than what I'm feeling right now. But, there's a lot of differences. Instead of having, this game has 10 upgrades, right? So I have, like the Baron's Blade plus 6, right? There's 4 more levels I can upgrade this weapon, right? And that comes from Befallen, which is actually pretty easy to upgrade because Befallen has perma named up. It doesn't have placeholders, so you can just pretty much sit there and kill this guy over and over every 5 minutes and, get upgrades, but that gets boring really quick. Whereas the other game only had 3 upgrades. It was like the normal, the legendary, and the whatever the in-between was. I can't remember the name. So it's definitely got a different speed when it comes to things. So I can play Bard songs, like with melody, but you can only play certain Bard songs, and I like 7 through 11 are automatically played via the, let me find it here, the class Symphonic Aura, right? So it just plays these songs automatically, so I don't have to do that. And at this point, I don't have any single target Bard songs that I'd like to play. I mean, I could do like some mezzing and stuff, but I was like, yeah, it just doesn't seem to fit what I'm doing right now, where I'm trying to burn things down AOE. So I think Assassin's up, right? Yeah, there he is. So we're gonna do evasive. We're gonna do 5, and hopefully it burns them all down. There we go. 6. Come on, Energy Storm. Oh, why is Energy Storm not casting? Oh my god, am I stunned? I don't know. Some reason the Energy Storm won't cast. I don't know. And then boom. There's that one. And then one more. go. Come on. All right, let's just single target life tap him. And then, what do we get? Guys of the Deceiver. Perfect. All right, let's set this one to auto merge. And then loot that. And then just leave it in our bag for right now. Yeah, so I have, I don't have the health regen on anymore. I switched it out for amplification, but in my rogue build, I do use it sometimes when I need it. But the rogue is a little bit different because you don't need it. Like rogue has life tap poisons and stuff, so it's in a way better place when it comes to some things. Oh, the scribe's up with a pet. All right. What do we got down here? I just cleared these, so there should be some names up down here. Theoretically, I don't think... Yeah, Savant's up. Savant, I think, killed me earlier. That's how I died, because I went into that fight without a lot of mana. Let's go back here, and... let's go this way. Let's see here. But when at the higher levels, you can do a melody of like your chants and stuff, but their damage is only like 50, I think it was. It really wasn't worth my effort to lock myself into a melody when I was trying to. There's a wizard in there somewhere. I'm on him. All right, 5. Lock myself into a melody when I need to life tap. So it was because you have to like cancel the melody and stuff like that. So it was a little painful for that. But I just skipped all those songs and just used the symphonic aura for most of my stuff. The rogue is doing a lot of damage via backstabs and stuff. And the more you lean into that, the more damage you're gonna get. Yeah, the executioner room is a sing. I get it all in one pull, and it can be rough, but with life taps, it's not so bad. And we're still in recovery because I'm dumb, right? That's like I feel like recovery needs to be passive, like just 100%. I think it'd feel better for all the casters to have passive. Everything. All right, there's the Savant. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a wizard there and a ghoul there, and then what do we got on this one here? Another wizard. So let's get mana because we're gonna have to burn those wizards down. That is gonna be how this goes. See, I love Monk, and I want to do Bard for the Zanphi lore. I can only pick a third. Warrior. Monk Bard feels good from what I heard, but Shadow Knight, like if you would have asked me like 2 weeks ago before Spellblade, I would have told you Shadow Knight sucks and is not fun. But Shadow Knight with these life taps and Spellblade, it's become more competitive for me, and I feel like it's a very fun play style to have the life taps and stuff. But you know, it depends on how that goes. I have a video I haven't posted yet, but it's of me trying Nagy at 46, and I went in, you know, thinking my 200 and I had 230 something fire resist. I thought that would be enough to resist the fire AoE, but he just like absolutely destroyed me, and I did not have enough sustain via the life taps to stay alive. So it was definitely a disappointment to me, but I'm going to try again whenever my timer locks out in 3 days. I can try again, I guess. The 7-day lockouts are absolutely annoying. Come on. Let's go evasive. There we go. One's down. Let me get the other one. I always have to burn these wizards down as fast as possible. That is just the way I do it. Otherwise, I'll die, and I'm wasting too much mana life tapping, right? But you can see there, like 592. That's a good nuke, right? There we go. And then the Savant is a cleric, so we're just gonna like go into Spellblade for him, I think. There we go. And we should be able to sustain ourselves from this point on without too much issue here. There we go. I was considering a druid for the damage shield and the AoE AEDD one for Spellblade. Not sure if that would work. Depends on the cast time on that. Like the cast time has to be less than the recast time or something like that. It's kind of weird. But from what I can see, if you look at the tooltip here, anything with a recast time of 1 second seems to work for me. The reuse time. So you just have to look at it and see, like Lava Storm, right? It has a 12-second reuse time, so that I can't put that one in there, right? So it just depends on your what you got, but I would lean heavy into probably the heal into the proc, right? I would probably go with heal because I feel like that's where you really need it. Oh, we got an enabled black mace, nice. Where you're really going to need is the healing on a lot of this. Yeah, Shaman gets a lot of stuff, but there, you know, it's not as good as a cleric. So I mean, I think if they do some buffs to the Shaman and the Druid, there's some potential, right? Like Druid needs Reptile, Shaman needs Lassitude, Shaman needs I think Shaman needs instant cast Torpor. I don't think it should be, you know, 4 or 5 seconds, whatever the hell it is. It's just too slow. From when I was playing with it at lower levels, it was just way too slow, and I think it only becomes like 3 with gear and stuff like that. So it just doesn't feel as fun. And it doesn't heal as much as Promised Recovery, so it's like, why bother? That's like the big gist of it, right? If it doesn't heal as much as the better option, why not take the better option? So it's, you know, some different choices and stuff there, but definitely let's see here. It seems like they're only trying to sell subs by doing a 7-day lockout. Casual come and go play. It's totally contra on the sub trend. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to see any in-game microtransactions at all. I don't want to see anything like that. I don't like that kind of stuff. It does not feel fun, right? Like I've already paid for these assets since 1999, right? Like every single asset on the screen right now, except whatever this UI skin is 100% already on my hard drive. I mean, I'm not paying for that. So it feels weird to me, but I know some people are into it, so I don't know. All right, getting a little dicey here. I wasn't paying attention. Now the cool thing is, you die, you just go back to the start, and you can start again. So see how that goes. I'm just gonna life tap for now to try to get my health back up. We only have like 2 mobs here, so we should be able to sustain ourselves on the second mob, theoretically. We're about to get an AA, which is nice. I don't know what I want right now. I'll think about it later. I mean, I don't know what kind of cosmetics they can sell since they are not using the Lucklin models, and there's not many. They would have to like, they would have to do a lot of things to make these models have cosmetics. And the game launches in what, July? So 1 month, and I haven't seen a single cosmetic in the game yet. So I'm not sure. Like, if the Lucklin models, they have skins for all the cosmetics on live, right? Like, there's actually some, you know, pretty decent looking armor mods and stuff like that, weapon mods and stuff like that. So it's, you know, definitely interesting. I can't imagine they're reskinning all the cosmetics that exist in the game for these classic models, because I feel like that would be way too much effort. Considering these models, like if I think if I turn my helmet on one of these, yeah, I think it was this helmet. Maybe it's a different helmet. If I have the helmet on, you can see through the head. Like they're missing geometry and stuff. Yeah, yeah, like I posted on Reddit that you know, it should be an option, at least let me, like, no one else can see my models, right? So like, why can't I play with, you know, the Lucklin models? They, you know, they exist. So I don't know why. To me it just seems a little weird. I honestly prefer the GNOME modern graphic. I prefer the Ogre classic graphic, right? I have my live setup set it that way, right? I load the GNOME Lucklin and I load the Ogre classic. You know, it just depends. Yeah, I got like downvoted to hell when I when I said that on Reddit. So definitely it's pretty funny, but you know, it's definitely definitely a lot of different opinions on things, and I think there's a lot of influence coming from people who haven't played the game in a while, because a lot of the suggestions and things I've heard from other people is things that already exist on live, and it's kind of frustrating. It's really kind of frustrating to hear people asking for things that already exist in the game, you know, and it's just like, you know, like, if you're gonna do something, do it right. And so there's a lot of things that are just missing that need to be there. All right. Oh, I have P99 blocked as a word because I was told I can't talk about emulators when I joined the Everquest stream team, but they hired a guy that makes the P99, so I don't know why I even block it. So I don't know. But I don't remember where I set up Nightbot, so I got to figure that out. Sorry about that. All right, we got that done. Now let's go over here and let's get mana before we do something there. But definitely, Druid is probably going to be in my next 5 to try. I feel like Druid would add a lot to this build versus like a Wizard, because Druids get the same crit. I think it's the same crit AA, Unbound Destruction, or it's something like that. And so I think that'll be a nice, just almost a clean swap to get more healing out of it. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I quit playing to play World of Warcraft, and I think it was like around Plains of Power, I think it was, give or take, and definitely, you know, I box a lot on live, so it is definitely definitely a thing. All right, let's kill the scribe because I don't think I want to pull that other room. Let's see, Unbound Nature is % crit plus chance with spells. Okay, so % chant crits with spells. % chance to land crit with your direct damage spells. Oh, so the Druid one works with all spells. That sounds even better. All right, let's go Empower. We want to kill him really fast. He won't charm us solo, but there's a few mobs in here. I think there's more than one caster. Let's see how this goes. Evasive, evasive. All right. Oof. I can't move. I'm perma-stunned. Yes. Thank you. Let's see if we can get Lava Storm off. Come on. Go, 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 go. Yeah, we're not getting that off. Oh god, I can't get anything off. Oh my, wait. There we go, he's dead. All right, that's feels better. His pet's still alive though, so we gotta deal with that here in a second. Let's go balanced since we have no endurance. I'm using life taps to heal myself up because I'm taking too much damage. I don't remember what that's for. Let's loot that. Now, once we kill these wizards, we should be fine. Yeah, early reptile would be great. I think that would be a nice addition to the druid. All right, there's a lot of text. I'll read all that here in a second. There we go. All right, recovery. Let's see here. Thinking of starting Shadow Knight Druid Monk. That sounds like a pretty nice one. And then get ports and then switch to Cleric. That would probably work out pretty well. I feel like a Shadow Knight Warrior Paladin would be really tanky, but I don't know. I don't know how it would actually perform. I think you could do raids and stuff probably, but I don't know if it would be enough. No to Luckland models. I don't know why anybody cares what other people look at. It doesn't make sense to me. Let's see here. Just thinking of trying this exact build. If when I get my beta key, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun solo so far. Like I'm only 33, but having played Shadow Knight and Bard all the way to 49, I feel like it's a pretty solid choice for sure. And broken combo would be Shadow Knight, Necro, Druid. Now I could definitely see the Necro and the Shadow Knight kind of having some really nice interaction with how the Necro gets all the good life taps, right? And being able to use those on the Shadow Knight might push you into a higher tier of survivability. I really feel like that would be a decent one. There's a guy who was talking in the one of the chats I saw that played Warrior Necro Bard, and that seems like something I want to try. Seems like let's see here. That's crazy. Here, let me I'll turn off the spell effects. I mean, they're a bit much. It could be causing some issues. They're probably all networked spell effects too, right? Let me get this guy. I killed something, but it didn't look like that was the one I was fighting. All right, let's get this guy. Let's see here. There we go. All right, 34. Where is spell effects? System, display. All right, opacity. Here, let's turn on Spellblade. Then hit life taps while we figure this out. All right, let's do low density. Let's see what that looks like real quick. All right, that should... Does it change anything? No. That doesn't change anything. Let's see here. Let's set that just off. Off and off. There we go. I don't know if I can handle off. Let me do low. And then me plus NPC. There we go. That doesn't do anything. Low. There we go. Environmental effects, not spell effects. What's this one? Low. Let's try that. Let's see here. I don't have Divine, I don't believe, as my combo. Yeah, I don't have divine. I would need a druid or something. Or a cleric. I personally I like the bard because you can like run fast, and that's literally is it. Yes, Beast Lord's available. Beast Lord and Berserker. I like Empower. That's kind of like one of my favorite ones now for the wizard, and it works pretty well as long as you're swapping swapping fast enough and stuff like that. The pet classes, from what I've seen, I've grouped with a few people that do play the pet classes, and they're very undertuned. Apparently they're missing stuff, but they are very very undertuned from what I understand, and it doesn't feel that fun to play one. I would say, based on what I've seen, right? Like, I think I was in hate with a guy with a mage pet, and it was not doing that well. But he was an enchanter, so he could also mez everything. So he was like, it worked out really well. But the mage pet was like dying to things that I was auto attacking and not even taking damage from. Oh, that's a stupid decision. Let's recover real quick. Let's get some mana and we'll kill that room. Let's see here. Did I miss anything else? Yeah, I could definitely see why the old effects come across. Like, sometimes when I'm looking at my screen, they look really pixelated, like something from Minecraft, right? So it's definitely a choice. All right, let's see here. Yeah, the biggest issue I have with the wizard right now is waiting for mana regen. I like feel like it's just better to play melee because you're not waiting around for mana regen, and I've never had to wait. When I played a rogue from 1 to 49, I never waited at all for endurance. It was always up, and that's running in defensive or offensive stance the whole time. Striker sometimes, I don't know, striker stance didn't really like. It sounds really cool, but it didn't seem to perform really cool. So, all right, let's see here. Here we got one wizard. Let's get the wizard, and then worry about everybody else here. What do we got? We're balanced stance. Let's go evasive. We just one shot him. Never mind. 1100 newt crit there. Let's get everybody here a little love with some lava storm. 4-0. That one only got a little bit. There we go. All right. Let's go to single target since we only have 2. This is D1 solo. This is just me leveling. I mean D0. I didn't do D1 when I created this one for some reason. I usually do. This seems like to be the better place to do it, but when I created it, how many hours ago? Yeah, in 38 minutes I can move up the difficulty. I don't really see much difference in the difficulty on most cases between 1 and 0, so it's I try to go in all the ones I can, but I created this at 0 and I can't redo it, which is unfortunate. Oh, we got another one. Let's go balanced. Go. All the different, I have 3 different chat windows open and they're all a different syncs. It's so annoying. All right, let's recover some health. Looks like we're gonna get another AA. That puts us at 4. What am I gonna get? right, 2 more. Let's do a Spellblade, and then we can just auto attack. There we go. The proc rate is pretty nice. It seems to be dex based, along with, like someone said, mana cost. But when I'm on the level 49 bard, when I switch to the dex song that bards get, and my dex gets into the 200s, it procs quite a bit compared to what it's procking now. And I think if I had better gear, it would, you know, definitely be a way better proc rate there. All right, so we got 4. Let's see what we can buy. Oh, jeez. All right, I need to pay attention. This guy's schwacking me. Oh, there's a guy behind me. That's why. Oh, it's a wizard. Oh my gosh. All right, siphon, empower. There we go. There we go. Look at that. 551 crit life tap. Back in the game. Shadow Knight Shaman Bard. I think that would be a pretty fun one. I don't think I could see any negatives with it. Because you're getting heals and you're getting the heal AAs. The dots are pretty fun. That's when I have a shaman and I only played it at lower levels. 27 before I switched to rogue bard, and definitely it was, you know, a nice little bit. I feel like the heal over time, the torpor line, needs to have the negative effects removed from it, because it like currently snares you and slows you, and it's a really long cast time compared to, like, you know, other things, so it just doesn't feel as good, and it doesn't heal that much at those levels, right? So kind of like getting what you can get from there. So this, like, yeah, so the Spellblade is nice, but for the wizard variant, right, I like Empower, right? Adds 25% plus 10% additional to health HP based effects of damage and healing, and so I get these really, you know, 59 point because he had no health. I get these bigger crits, right? And it takes more mana, but it kills things a lot faster, so it's kind of fun that way. In my rogue variant, Shadow Knight Bard Rogue, Spellblade is like 100%. I don't ever switch out of that unless I need to go into inversion to spam heal to not die. Definitely I keep it there a lot. I haven't tried overchannel yet because I haven't, you know, life taps don't get resisted and the other things don't really get resisted, so I'm fine there. But Empowering and Spellblade are just like game changing when it comes to this build. Definitely fun. See here, thinking of making a Bard Druid Wizard. That would be an interesting combo if all the crits if all the crit stuff stacks. That would be like the high, like some of the highest crit you could get. Plus you would get, what is it called? Well, you get Inversion for Bard, and you get Involatile for that one. I'd probably run Empowered or Divine probably in that. Plus, you don't get Defensive, but Bard gives you Evasive, and Evasive is pretty strong. Evasive is a definite strong thing if you have a lot of endurance. Hey, nice. Hey, Keldar. Bard does not give Spellblade. Bard is excluded from Spellblade. You have to have one of the hybrids. Paladin, Ranger, Shadow Knight, or Beast Lord. But you can proc Ice Comet apparently. So definitely something to try. And you might get better results with a lower level nuke though, because the mana cost and all that stuff. Yeah, like they don't consider. I don't like. There's some interesting things, right? Like here, like this is a question I asked, but I haven't gotten an answer to. Empowering invocation, right? It says 25% plus 10% per additional non-hybrid classes. So since Bard is not on Spellblade, is it considered a hybrid and giving me 35%, or is it considered a hybrid, but it's not also considered in Spellblade? Definitely, you know, an inconsistency that I'm seeing, but you know, hopefully it's, you know, noted. But I would consider Bard a hybrid caster, but you know, it just depends on what they consider a hybrid caster, right? Oh, sorry about the ads. I don't even know when they come on. Sorry. I'll try to keep an eye on that a little bit better. Hey, Perez, how you doing, man? How are you doing? Oh, thanks for the follow, Jays. TJs. I appreciate that, man. Can't move. Let's do life taps here. Empower. Yes, the wizard crits help Shadow Knight life taps. Yeah, and that is why I originally tried out the wizard, because the wizards get where is it here? Wizards get unbound destruction, right, which increases your critical damage, your chance to land the critical damage by you know, percentage up to 6% there. And then they get Destructive Fury and Fury of Magic. And so it kind of adds up. I think there was another one in here. I just don't remember what it was called. Fury of Magic. I don't remember getting those just on my Shadow Knight. So you're getting a lot of crit. And I know I've asked for them to put it on the UI twice now. so I don't have to like think about it. But hopefully they get it on the UI and it'll be easier to see your crit chance and stuff, because I feel like that's one of the major ways that it's going to have to be played, is maxing out your crit chance. Let's see here. I've never considered Bard a hybrid. All the other hybrids are like 2 classes in one. Warrior plus Necromancer. Yeah, definitely. I would say the Bard is like a warrior plus an enchanter in a way, but it's different. But definitely, I would like, for the sake of Empower, I would consider it not one of the hybrids, because I feel like, while, you know, the Bard wouldn't be able to do anything with Spellblade, if it's a hybrid, it should provide Spellblade at least for the combo to be able to use it, right? But yeah, I would like to see warrior. I say warrior, but maybe Shadow Knight, wizard, and Necro could be pretty strong. But it'd be hard for me to give up Bard. I just like moving really fast and stuff. So it's definitely they don't have a big PoE player on the dev team, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it's not as ARPG as you would expect. It's more I don't know, what's the word? It's more a modified EverQuest than an ARPG. I mean, the top bullet on the game website says it's a solo game, so that's the way I look at it based on that. But everybody seems to have their interpretation of what solo actually means. I mean, I think solo should be that I can do everything in the game without grouping once, but definitely we'll see how it ends up. Yeah, for some reason I never bought the spell song until I switched to Wizard, because I just like started leveling and I never went and bought more spells, so I didn't get a chance to try it before I switched to this one. Cause that's when I went to go buy spells. But definitely I'm gonna try the AoE slow as soon as I can, but I heard it like it only hits 8 now, so it's not as strong as it was. Let's go back to recovery. Like this swapping between the invocations is definitely something you got to really be on top of if you want to. We might bite the dust here. So yeah, we got 3 on us. 4. For some reason, I couldn't see that blue one. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get it. If we can get like one of these down, we should be fine. All right, this blue one is like almost dead. Where's he at? There we go. And this guy's at 82, so we'll fight him. So we just need to kind of limp along, right? We need 101 mana to cast Siphon Live. There we go. 500 hit points. We should be fine. Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks. Thanks, Clagger. Evasive stance for my mana. Let's see if that works. Siphon Life. There we go. Oh my god, you saved my life. You saved my life. Oh. There we go. See here, modified for sure, but with the pulse alternate timeline. As for solo, yeah, I do plenty of that. Grouping is more fun. Yeah, grouping is fun. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I like playing solo personally because you know I don't have to worry about anything else. But the grouping is fun because of personal loot. Because everybody in the group gets something, right? So you're not dealing with, you know, the toxicity that can be like on a TLP server where, you know, you can't get into a group because it's monopolized by someone, right? There's a lot of that toxicity and the friction that is created by the game systems that are on live kind of go away in this one with personal loot and then all the instances, right? Like, right here, like, look at, I don't want to leave my personal instance. Never mind. If you pick, right, if you do /pick, you'll see there's, you know, 5 different instances by default. Plus you can create your own instance, which is, you know, fantastic, right? Like if I just want to go in and play for, you know, some time by myself, I can. If I want to group with somebody, I can. It's nice. But it's definitely gonna be a difficult challenge for them to balance group and solo play. And something that's, you know, weak in group might be strong in, you know, or I mean, something that's strong in solo might be even stronger in group. And, you know, it's unfortunate that they'll probably nerf that, right? Like how bards are insanely strong. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to worry about rolling, right? Like you get what you get, and like everybody I've grouped with so far has been like the nicest people. Like this one guy, I don't have the item anymore. I was in Unrest and we were doing the basement. It was just me and him. And He was a non-chain class, and he was. Oh, thank you very much for the resubscribe, Krez. I really appreciate that, man. He was like a non-chain class or something like that, and the tunic dropped, and he asked me if I needed it, and he gave it to me as, you know, a Shadow Knight rogue, right? And it was pretty nice, and I think I gave him something. It was just a really nice experience. You can trade those items. Now, when you get to the planes, none of the stuff's tradable, right? Like all the armor's not tradable. So I have like, let me see here, Control K, equipment. Like I have like all this cleric gear I can't use. I have almost a full set of warrior gear I can't use, and I have more caster stuff in my bank that I can't use because I couldn't give them to the people in my group that I had and stuff like that. So it was that felt bad when you're grouped with a cleric and you can't give him the cleric gear, right? Like even if I could use it, I probably wouldn't use it because I you know, I'm gonna be probably wearing the Bard armor until I get the Shadow Knight armor, and no matter what I'm playing, because I feel like I'm gonna keep Shadow Knight Bard no matter what as I level through all the different classes. I like running fast and I like life taps, right? It's gonna be really hard for me to not want to play one of those. Maybe after I level cleric and then do warrior cleric bard, you know, the meta that a lot of people are playing right now. But like I'm, you know, it's just very, you know, it's gonna be a while, and you know, I'll always be able to go back and farm more armor. But you know, it'd feel nice to be able to give planar armor to somebody who I was grouped with that didn't get it, right? Like I got stuff and he didn't get stuff, which, you know, it just depends. But you know, I grouped with a Shadow Knight and we killed whatever the named mini there, and I got this mace or this scythe thing, and you know, it was just fun, like a little experience, right? You know, getting to do some cool stuff like that. So it's definitely grouping is fun, but you know, sometimes you just want to solo, right? You only have 30 minutes. You don't want to waste somebody else's time. You just want to pop in, kill a few mobs, and then go pop out, right? So definitely how that goes. Let's see, auto merge that. There we go. Now I have this bone dirk. I want to be able to take out the combat effect, but I can't until I think level 4. So be nice to have that on another weapon. Let's see here. Devs are so fixed on no drop loot, it's not even funny. All the loot should have been tradable. Yeah, like I don't know why the loot's not tradable. There's gonna be no economy. like, what am I gonna sell? No one's gonna buy this crap from Gawk. I mean, what am I selling to people to have an economy? You know, like I'm being honest. Like, what is there to sell? Trade skill items are worthless until Torment of Velius or, you know, Ring of Scale. So that's like probably never even gonna make it to this server because it's so far ahead in the future. But like, it's definitely like, what am I gonna be selling? What am I gonna, like, right now I give away like all the stuff I get on Front of E, right? Like I have a trader for 1 platinum. Everything I get in videos goes into that trader and gets sold for 1 platinum, right? There's nothing I can give away except like stuff from Gawk, right? Like, I mean, does somebody want a 828 mace when they can go to Befallen and get a 1630 for less effort? I mean, it's definitely you know, some bold choices. In all honesty, I don't get it. Economy equal bots. I mean, like if there's anything of value, like it'll be, you know, there'll be people farming. But if there isn't, I mean, it's just gonna be, you know, some people soloing and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, like it's just, you know, that's just how it is. You know, items get devalued. It's, you know, Coldane Shaw. I guess the Coldane Shaw, but that's, you know, from what somebody told me in one of their live streams, they said they might not even do Velius. I know Kunark launches in December, but oh, there we go, 35. But does like what? Like I don't know. Like if it doesn't launch Velius, I mean that's kind of like the big draw. I mean, classic Kunark and Velius are like the the popular TLP expansions. And if they don't launch, those. I mean, buying resist gear. Yeah, I guess buying resist gear, but resist don't. From what I understand, resist don't actually do anything right now. So there's no point. From what I've seen and what I'm experiencing, and when I did Nagafin, I had 234 fire resist, and I did not resist the AOE 400 thing at all. Like I couldn't even sustain it with my life taps at 46. So it's definitely, something kicking myself for not having a healer in my combo. So to be able to sustain more health, let's get some mana. Oh, we need health actually. Let's see, we got 35. Do we get anything new? Drain mana from 8. Atonement of Ice. We'll hold off on any of those. There is no rewards in for the non-respawning yet. They're both options are respawning instances. All right, let's see. Let's just kill this guy. $1,500. Jeez. Oh, just deleted him for 10% of my mana. Not bad. Yeah, like I think it's a bug because from what it seems like a bug. In the way that live does resist. So I'm assuming it's something related to that, and they just haven't got a chance to fix it yet. But like you can see here, I'm constantly rooted. I'm constantly everything. Like, and I've got 94 magic resist. I've been able to run through TLPs with 94 magic resist and never get rooted once. So there's definitely something going on. Okay, so that makes more sense there, Saki Tendo. I didn't watch the stream. I got that from secondhand knowledge on my Discord. You cannot self-buff and change classes. You lose the buffs when you change classes. Recovery. When you switch classes, all your buffs go, and I think your pets die and everything else. It's not like swapping a persona on live, even though it's literally swapping a persona. Based on what I can see here, it's not the same. And like live, you switch personas, you keep buffs. Here you don't. So can't have a bad economy if there's no economy. Yeah, I mean, like it just feel bad. Like I have what 8,000 platinum, right? And the only thing I can spend that on really is buying more spells, and honestly, that doesn't feel that great. I mean, I guess I could like find somebody trying to sell something, but like everybody I've encountered just gives it up, or they've already auto merged the item into their next plus 10. So, but it just depends. I know like a lot of people, like they do all the dragons and stuff, and they give away a lot of stuff, but I don't know if that's going to be the same on live for some things, but let's see. I don't know why they don't allow buffing and swapping, right? On live, the personas have their own buff memory, right? Like, so like if I'm on my warrior persona and I switch to my cleric persona, the warrior keeps his buffs, and then the cleric has its own bone buffs, right? But on here, every loadout has its own cleared. Like, you swap back, you lose your buffs. So buffs are very very just not long term, I would say. Like, they've made some of them permanent, like these ones, but I don't even bother casting things that aren't permanent at this point. It's just too much to keep up. Yeah, they did add the rituals, right? So that's what Trib's talking about here, rituals. So if I switch to my rogue instead of my wizard, right? I can still use all my ports and stuff that my wizard has. I can use my shrink that my shaman has and stuff like that. Gate didn't work for me. I don't know why, but gate didn't work. It just collapsed every time I tried it. So there's some cross-class abilities like that, which are kind of nice, in all honesty. It's very very friendly, but definitely yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get buffs, I would say, if you're trying to get buffs, but the buffs don't really last that long, right? It's like, you know, not everybody has all the stuff you have on live with the buff extension, right? Where I'm not getting a 4-hour damage shield, right? I'm getting a 15-minute damage shield. So there's definitely some stuff there that's, it feels rough to me, but everybody's gonna have their opinions on that. Let's go back up. Oh jeez. Oh, son of a bitch. Is there a wizard? Alright, we gotta kill that wizard. Oh my god, look at we are cooked. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I gotta make sure I pay a little bit more attention next time. There we go. Alright, let's go evasive. Let's burn our endurance while we try to recover some mana here. Alright. This guy is the lowest. Actually, let's go defensive. I got an idea. There we go. Alright. We'll just turtle this out, I think. Like, my shaman at 27 had a 4-minute regen, which just felt kind of bad to recast every 4 minutes. Like, when a lot of other things are permanent, but like the things I cast on myself are not permanent, which is just an inconsistency that doesn't feel good to me. But I mean, everybody has their opinions on that. Yeah, like, I think they're building a custom Ixar zone, right? I was expecting to be able to make alt, and so I mean, I made a gnome first just to see what everything was. And so Ixar have their own little city in, I think, North or South Row, which theoretically, could be a nice little hub that they could do. I don't know if how the faction is, but if you can increase your faction with the Ixar, then you could definitely hang out there. Yeah, New Civilis off North Row there we go. Yeah, they sell all the spells. So if that, to me, it seems like you should just play an Ixar. If it's got everything, Ixar is probably the way to go, in all honesty, because I've struggled. Like, I'm a gnome, and I cannot buy my gnome wizard from the gnomes in Akanon. I cannot buy from the wizard vendor without sneak. because I'm a Shadow Knight, right? Like it's a lot of friction that's very annoying. Luckily, like at 17, the Bard gets sneak, so I didn't have to like do too much effort. I have not gotten the mount yet. No. That's what 5 plus 9 AAs. Yeah, I'm. That's like gonna be last on my list. I have Bard speed, so I don't think is there a mount buff to even make it worth caring about. Let's see here. It doesn't even show me this spell. Yeah, if there's not a mount buff, it's just moving fast, then like I already have Bard speed, so. Oh, the humans weren't KOS there? Okay, nice. Apparently humans, wood elves, and something else are really trivial to unlock, so definitely some there. I was trying to figure out how to unlock Gnome yesterday just to look at it, and the quest, because I wanted to up my faction with the wizards so I can buy spells. And the Minotaur horns quest was like negative to the Shadow Knight the Shadow Knight guild. So like my origin spot would make me kill KOS and gnomes if I do the quest. So it was a little bit of a weird thing. But I haven't tried it to see if they remove that negative hit though. Which, if there is a negative hit, it should be removed. Yeah, I think Dark Elf was broken or trivial. I can't remember which one that one was. There we go. Yeah, ton of wine. Yeah, I think there's on the EQLwiki.com. There's a nice write-up someone wrote that has all the quests that you can do and stuff like that. So it's definitely a nice thing. To me it feels hard to waste the time doing a lot of faction grinding in a beta, but some people can do that. I want to get Soul Liberation. I think that's what I want, so I can get 200% life tab procs. I think that would be a nice little boost to my stuff. It should be public. I don't have an account, and I can go to it, and I've seen people link it. I think since the NDA's off on most things, that it's free to go. Oh, thank you for the follow, Rind. Thank you. Go. Awesome. All right, let's go back down. Oh, let's get this wizard. Wizard's like free experience, right? I'm switching between Spellblade, Recover, and Empower. As a wizard, I kind of prefer Empower over Spellblade, but when I'm playing on my rogue Shadow Knight Bard, I prefer Spellblade, if that makes any sense. But Spellblade's pretty strong. All right. It just Empower, to me, Empower, like an extra 25% damage for more mana, gives me much bigger crits, so that feels more fun to me. Whoa, let's get up here before we get all those other frogs. Let's go Empower, and then Inferno Shock. If we can get it off. Are any of the racials? I would say the Ixar racial is the best racial, by far. Extra AC and regen, that one is going to be the best one. Mostly because I can get, as a tank class, right? I can get Stalwart Will, right? And I can have, you know, 100% immunity to stuns from all directions on all my tank base classes without being an ogre. I can also get Stoicism, which removes the knockback, which helps a lot. And then I think there's one other one. Persistent casting, right? Prevents me, gives me, you know, a bunch of ranks to spell. So the ogre one is fine if you want to start out as an ogre and to, you know, initially have that. It's definitely just what's the word I'm looking for here? It's definitely a choice. You know, for that early stun resistance, but long term it doesn't matter to be an ogre. I think this says Big Chill. Your like name is black on black. It's hard to see. Big Chill. They give out I think on their 23rd stream they gave out 50 keys, and then most of the time they just email them out to the people who signed up on the thing, their website. So I would assume that would be the best way to get it, and they do email the keys out from what I remember. So definitely that is going to be like the best way to get that. As far as I know, they said in the creator chat, they said there was no keys to give out yet. Maybe at some point they will, but right now there is no keys to give out for people in the streaming thing. I would love to give out keys personally, but definitely not something I have to do. I haven't even gotten keys on the live stuff to give out, so definitely thank you very much for the follow, Big Chill. So hopefully they do more, right? Like, what is the list, right? There's 398 on right now, and they said they gave out what at least 2,500 keys so far. So definitely some people aren't logging in with their key. So hopefully they start sending out more keys soon. Yeah, the like July is coming fast. Now, I wish I knew when they were going to release in July. You know, let's see, calendar works. All right, so I would say they're going to release either the 7th or the 14th. 21st would be a stretch, and the 28th would be kind of late in the month, right? So, you know, July is coming fast. So, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff that needs to still happen before then, personally. But I'm a 100% addicted to this game. Like I have not logged on EverQuest Live in probably a week, if not 2 weeks at this point. That is definitely the thing. Yeah. The prices, that's gonna be what kind of, you know, pushes me to know where I want to be. I'm very particular about how much money I blow on games now, after finding out how much I blew on EverQuest last year. So definitely like I don't like, I mean, obviously, like, I play live, right? I don't want to buy equipment slots. I don't want to buy Trade Skill Depot slots. I don't know what their monetization plan is, but I don't want to pay for any of that stuff again. You know, I'm fine with paying in the box price and paying a sub that gives me the ability to spawn a private instance. I don't want a shop with experience potions. I don't want, that's pay to win to me. I don't want, you know, a lot of the microtransaction stuff that Live has. I don't like any of that. I don't think there's no chrono, but I mean, there's nothing to buy, like, unless something really changes about how they do items and they remove the no trade on all the raid loot. then there's gonna be nothing to buy because no one's gonna buy Guck loot when they can just solo self-found Guck loot, right? The server we're playing on now for beta is going to be the test server, and they have not said that they're they have not said what if there's gonna be a wipe, but yeah, that's what is gonna is gonna make me sad, right? I've spent a lot of money on this game, and and that's mostly because I box, and I'm one TLP I did 12 boxing, and that was a lot of work, and very expensive. But definitely had the time of my life. I'll tell you that. That was some of the most fun I've had. But yeah, if I get keys, I'll announce it and stuff that I can give away. And I do a lot. I've been talking a lot about it on Discord. I just haven't streamed because I don't know. Twitch is always unstable, and I think YouTube's probably a better platform for me. It's definitely interesting. All right. Ooh, I haven't gotten the hood yet. All right, so we're going to auto merge and then accept. I just auto merge things. So once you loot it, right? I just put it in my bag, but you can also put items, okay, in your equipment thing, right? Like, so I can throw this in there, I can throw this in there. And then they'll just auto get upgraded over time. It's kind of funny. What do you think I'll play? I wish I could do more unlocks quicker, right? Like I have zero motivation to go to playing a Sky, right? Like I've been playing this game casually since the beta came out, right? I've been trying to see how far I can go casually. And it wasn't until I hit level 40 where I started playing more than an hour a day. It took me 3 weeks of playing less than an hour a day to get to 40, just logging on and doing something. It got harder as I got to 40 to get meaningful experience, because whenever I'd come to Guck, every single mob in Guck was dead. So like the lack of private instances kind of slowed that down. But from 40, I started playing more each day because I've gotten more and more addicted to the game. And I would really like to be able to try more classes without having to delete my character, which is like the conundrum I have now, right? I want to try Paladin. I think Paladin would be a fun starting class, like Paladin, Monk, Zerker, and plow through the game as fast as possible with Slay Undead and stuff like that, and then swap out classes, keeping the Paladin and the Monk while going up, right? Or Paladin and Bard, right? Just depends on what I feel is more fun at the time. And I feel like that would be kind of a fun way to do it, because you're going to be spending a lot of time in Guck, and you're going to be spending a lot of time in Soul B, and a lot of time in Plane of Hate and Fear. And Paladin seems to like really excel in most of those zones, right? Fear and Hate both have a lot of undead and stuff like that. Soul B is an alternative. Mistmore is not. Kazakh Thul is not. Kazakh Thul is fun. I've spent a lot of time there. But truly, there's not a lot of zones from, let's say, 25 to 30, 40 that are that good. I mean, you could go into Soul B and do the dogs pretty early, but I feel like Guck is still something you're going to have to hit to have fun. And I mean, I'm sure there's other places you can go and, like, you know, play with your PUD for a few minutes and get a few levels, but I feel like that Guck is just a mandatory hit along the way. Yeah, Hole is good, but I feel like Hole has too big of hit points and getting the hole is gonna be, you know, a little bit challenging if you haven't unlocked ports, right? And then you have to like ask somebody for a port, or you got to write a boat from Kinos to Otis. It's just a whole ordeal, right? That was one of my motivations for unlocking the wizard, is that so I can port myself to Hole and go try Master Yale. That was my that was my original intent, because I got my ass beat, like no joke. The video I'll post it probably tomorrow, whenever I stop playing. I'm not long enough to edit, but I got my ass beat by Nagafin at 46 with, you know, almost like no planar gear, just my stuff that I've leveled up with, right? Everything I've read, you know, about D0 solo is easy, right? And apparently it's not as easy as people are saying, because they're overgeared. Like, I think that's really what it boils down to. And I'm gonna try again if, you know, when I level my rogue to 50. I've held off on leveling because I want to think about what I want to unlock next, and I really want to get the ports and stuff. So I'm using Empower more than Spellblade in this composition. I use Spellblade more in my rogue alternate instead of wizard. And now I'm out of mana. Here, let's go Spellblade for this guy here. I clicked the wrong button. All right, so Siphon Life is my proc. Let's see if it procs at all. I don't think I have enough mana for it to proc though right now. So, hey Retro, hey Creemore, how you doing, man? Let's see here, Spellblade, Ice Comet should rock. Yeah, definitely going to try and see how well that works, but I feel like it's going to be too high of a mana cost, so it won't proc as much as lower level stuff. So definitely something to think about there. There is a way, right? You can change your primary class, but you have to unlock it, right? Like to unlock the Bard as a primary class, you have to complete all the Plane of Sky quests for the Bard, right? And that goes for every single class, right? At level 50, you get a free unlock for whatever one you want, but to unlock, like, say, the Warrior, right? Say I want to go Warrior, Cleric, Bard, right? Like, everybody's doing it. I want to do it now. To unlock Warrior, I have to, you know, Ruined Wind, Helmet, Dagas, Fangal, the Sky. I have to do all the Sky quests, right? And Sky's not soloable, from what I understand, after the Spearrock Island. So it's sounds quite depressing to me. I have not tried Divine because I don't have a priest. I'm gonna level up a druid or finish leveling my shaman probably soon, and I'll try it then. But I'm going all the way to 40, or at least 46 on the wizard, so I can port to Plane of Hate and Plane of Sky without having to go all the way to Freeport or all the way to Oasis, because I'm lazy. Yeah, I do recovery as much as I can. I wish they would turn it into a passive, because it should just it would feel a lot better for the pure casters to have more mana regen. Let's go balance to get our stamina back. Yeah, Bard is very versatile. I think if you bid a Bard main, you would be happy with whatever combos you threw with Bard. In all honesty, unless something catastrophic happens to the Bard and they make it unfun. Hey. Butler, how you doing? I would say it's pretty close, but it just depends on what you want to play. I mean, I love the Bard. Bard is like one of my favorite classes. I honestly picked Shadow Knight because I thought it was getting Mortal Coil. So that's why I picked the Shadow Knight over, because I did Warrior to level 8, I think it was, and then I switched to Shadow Knight to get the life taps so I could heal myself while playing. And then I was like, you know what? Mortal Coil is going to be badass. I'm going to get that. And then Mortal Coil and all the other on hit things are not in the game, so, or on kill effects are not in the game. So I was extremely disappointed by that. Yeah, but when I made my Shadow Knight, they didn't have Spellblade, so I didn't know about it now. Spellblade's pretty nice, but they didn't have it when I was leveling, so it's a different experience, I would say, than what I had leveling. I struggled a lot with the Shadow Knight Bard rogue. I struggled a lot, and then when I got Spellblade, the whole game changed. So, you know, definitely a difference there. Yeah, that's it's because there's no solo instance for any of the planes yet. I think once they have the solo versions of the planes in, it'll be soloable. It's just none of the raid zones have solo instances. Like, I can't go do a solo instance of Soul B because Nagafin's there. I can't do a solo instance of Hole. I can't do a solo instance of Kedge because those are all raid zones. Legends will go live in July, last I heard. All things go, right? Yeah, I could definitely see Spellblade plus Necro life taps being insane. I haven't looked at all the AAs and stuff that Paladins get, but a Paladin plus a Necro might be really insane. Dukeberg, thanks for the follow. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Stupid autocorrect. Let's see here. Yeah, Kunark's supposed to launch in December, which is pretty aggressive if you ask me. That's a very aggressive timeline. But I think this type of game needs to have, they need to have the expansions at least every 6 months. Let's see here. I saw another streamer do 800 damage procs with Earthquake proc using Empower. Yeah, that's definitely sounds possible. Definitely sounds possible. Empower to me is like my new favorite. Like, leveling up the rogue with the Shadow Knight, it was Spellblade because he's more melee oriented, but the wizard Empower is just insane since it affects everything. It's just crazy. Like my procs from my life tap thing seem to be affected by it too, so it's even better. Definitely a fun little thing. I wish there was a way to get more proc percentage, right? Like on live there's a proc affinity AA, I can't remember what, weapon affinity maybe, and that is fun. And I think that would be fun if they had that. Ooh, get this guy here. What are we at? Spellblade? All right. Yeah, the mobs have a lot of hit points. a lot of hit points in some of these things. So definitely, like literally in Plane of Hate, I can just do this, let my character sit here and schwack at something and walk away, and go like make tea and come back, and I'm still fighting like a Scorn Banshee, right? it's pretty crazy. In all honesty, and I think stuff like that will have to be tuned, because I'm only doing difficulty 1 and difficulty 0 when I'm doing that character. So, oh my god, am I really gonna die to a Yun wizard because I can't get a spell off? Am I getting it? Oh, I got like guys behind me too. All right. Jeez. Oh, all right. here. What do we have? We hit 36. Let's see if we got any new spells before we run down there. Heart Flutter, Spirit Tap. All right, we got a new life tap. Let's switch to that. Taps, Spirit Tap, and we got a new haste, but I'm not gonna switch to that one. All right, that is good. Let's save this, and then let's get our spells back on. And back in recovery. Yeah, at least nothing really hurts when you die, right? See here, switch, create a profile and swap all 16 classes and get a free spells, cleric main, swap paladin. Oh, nice. Yeah, you get auto granted spells, not all the spells, up to 20. Definitely nice, but it's very inconsistent though, because you don't know what to buy. It's so like you buy stuff and then you already have it, you know. It's there. So Spellblade takes the first spell gem, right? So I have Spirit Tap there in my first spell gem. It takes that spell and turns it into a proc when I do melee, which does 30%, 33% of the normal spell cost in mana, right? So it's pretty efficient when it comes to that. So I'll proc a 210 life tap, additionally to my weapon procs and everything else like that. See you, Retro. Stay safe. It's good talking to you. See here. Yeah, it's only usable by the hybrid classes, Paladin, Ranger, Shadow Knight, and Beast Lord. Let's see here. Vampiric Embrace. Just takes me a second to get rebuffed. What's our AA? Ooh, got 7 AAs. How many do we need? I want Soul Abrasion. I feel like that's going to be my biggest... my biggest jump right there is getting 200% life tap. All right, Vampiric Embrace. Let's get Major Shielding. Let's see here, Ranger Spellblade, procs off bows. Nice, nice. I played Paladin, Berserker, Monk on the other server a lot, and that was a very fun combo. But there was a lot more power, I think, to make that class really fun. And I haven't done anything with Berserker yet, and I haven't done anything with Paladin or Monk yet. So definitely something I'm looking to try before the end of the beta. But I'm hoping that they get the solo instances of Skyen, and then I can go up there and like solo everything and do it fairly quickly. Because I don't really like grouping, nor do I like camping things in an open world. That is the number one reason I like private instances, is because like when I was leveling up and doing Khazak Thul, trying to get, I think it was Raven Scale armor or Rubicite armor, right? There was always a high level that'd come in and kill everything. So it was very frustrating for me. So without having, you know, we didn't have instances then, so it was a little bit better now. See here, I'm doing Paladin, Ranger, and Druid, but swapping it out then and there. Bow damage got good after level 20, but when I get to Undead, yeah, Paladin. Yeah, I'm curious to know how well the Slay Undead mechanic works here, proc-wise, right? Definitely a very fun... a very fun thing. All right, let's go. Let's go in Viz. Pass this guy, this guy. All right, well, yeah, we aggroed some light blues. All right, let's get. I should have done a Viz Undead. Let's see here. Ranger, Wizard, Cleric might end up being nasty. Yeah, that sounds like actually a pretty good one. There's definitely a lot of little fun interactions you can get, so definitely, it's just a matter of figuring them all out and playing what you like, right? Cast force. Come on. I can't cast anything. Where's evasive? There we go. There we go. Easy. Easy light blues. I mean, we've grown in power a lot, like in the last hour. And all this stuff's light blue. All right, stand right next to him. I would just love to see, I haven't played Ranger, right? So I don't know all about it, but if if all those things work with the bow, right? If Slay Undead and all that works with the bow, it could be fun. Definitely the warrior, what is it? The cleric, ranger, wizard, that sounds like it might be pretty badass in all honesty. So definitely just depends. I like it, for me it's hard for me to give up a bard because I like running fast. And that is like my my number one thing at the moment. That would be I don't want to kill this guy. Invisibility, undead. Be the number one thing for me to have to try to what's the word I'm looking for here? Think about is I would not want to run slow because like I mean look how this is so much fun just running super fast through the dungeon, right? Like I don't know, Spirit of Wolf, it just didn't feel that fast. Eventually I'll have to give it up, obviously, for try every combo, but it would not feel as fun to me. Maybe they can make Celos a ritual, so we don't have to actually play. Oh, another assassin. No, so melody is you can do melody. Don't get me wrong. I don't play any of the bard songs right now. But we have Symphonic Aura, which gives the last 5 spells, the songs anyway. They're auto casted by the game, so I don't have to worry about them, right? So definitely I should have empowered all that. Ooh, another guy's a deceiver. So they auto cast, so I don't have to think about it. And since I'm casting all these wizard spells, it doesn't really make sense for me to try to melody at like a 50 damage dot right now. I think later on there's a huge nuke we get for Bard AoE DDD, but I think that's at like 44, so I think it got nerfed too, so. So if I look at the rituals, like I can see all the portals, all the gates, all the evacs, right? So I think they all work. So in theory, you should be able to port your group. In theory, like it's there. Yeah, it drops the guys a deceiver. Let's see here, we're at guys of deceiver +1 at the moment. I have a Mask of Deception +2. The Mask of Deception doesn't drop anymore. Last patch, I believe they switched them out to go back to the guys of deceiver. Oh god! All right, I'm in that one. Oh, this is gonna be another death. I don't know what I'm talking too much and I'm not paying attention. All right, let's go Mage Hunter here. Actually, that should have been defensive recovery. Let's get this wizard. Defensive. Don't have any resources. Oh, nice. So the if they fix the mounts, yeah, that would be fun. Can you mount inside? That's I mean, once you have all the ports unlocked, there's not much running outside, honestly. Because I can port to Lava Storm with a Druid, I can port to Hate and Sky with a Wizard, and I can port to where else would I need to go? Firot with a Druid also. So there's not a whole lot of running around that I would need to do. Yeah, yeah, Kel. Some of the stuff is so boring that I'm like, I don't think anybody would want to see it. But I understand this game has a lot of new stuff that people are really excited for. So that was like part of the reason I haven't streamed anything, because I was just like, oh, who wants to watch me level my character from you know, struggling in Khazad-Thul, right? Like absolute struggle. So thank you for the follow, Treb. Thank you. If I choose Shadow Knight as my secondary class, do I still need to be careful about faction? So your faction is primary, your primary class race combo, right? I don't think the secondary stuff matters at all, as far as I can tell. Oh, jeez. Well, it's nice to know. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be streaming this more. I guess I pulled this whole room. Incidentally, that's where all those mobs came from. Go. What I'm really excited for is being able to make like actual guide videos for classes. Like the ones I make on live are they're very one way, right? Like this opens up so many different possibilities on different ways to play these characters, which is kind of nice, really. Like it all depends on what you want to really do, right? I would say there's no best on most of this stuff. I don't know. Oh, add. Let's go Spellblade. Nice. All right. So hopefully, what's my timer? All right, my personal timer's done, but there's not really any other options, right? The only thing we could really do is up the difficulty, but I don't think we're there yet to really make that fun. Bloodthirsty. Thirsty. Cool. Let's go over here. I don't really want to... I guess we got these guys. I don't really want to fight all those mobs right now, especially with my low mana. Yeah, there's lots of fun places to go. But I think he really gets funneled into these last few zones, though. Are they willing to give you another account so you can make videos? I don't think so. I got they added access to this one because I make content. That's how I got in. There we go. 8 AAs. Nice. This is going well. Yeah, I think they would probably just tell me to delete my character to make starting guides. In all honesty. And I think long term they're gonna add the ability to have alts, but I don't think they can do it right now. I wish I would have thought about it. It was all under NDA, right, when I started. And so I didn't record anything. I didn't make anything because I didn't know they would, you know, allow the stuff, and then I could only post what was available on the server on the day of the Friday that they dropped the NDA. So anything before that would have kind of showed a different version of the game than it was out then. So it was definitely like a very interesting situation for creating content. And I was actually 100% surprised when they dropped the NDA for the game. I thought it would be under NDA until at least most of June. I'm purposely not doing any of that. I don't like charms, and I don't ever mez. It just I'm doing AoEs, so like my AoEs are gonna hit the mez mobs. So I mean, it's really, it is what it is. Like, I guess we could try charm. I have never even put any effort into it. Let's see here, charm. Enticing charm allows you to command it. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see, where is that at? 2. All right, I don't have any wind. I have no wind. Oh, at least the skill's going up pretty quick, right? Yeah, you'd have to start a petition or something to give me an alt or something like that. I don't know. You know, all right, oh, yeah, that worked. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right, he's schwacking. Where is he at? Is this the pet window? All right, we got a pet window. All right. And he's about to break. Can I target him? I can't target him. All right. I mean, that seems a little weak. I mean, in all honesty, right? I think he was this one, but let's burn that one down. All right, this is the first time I've ever charmed once with a bard. Like, I just like running fast. I don't really care about the charming, but let's try this for a second. Let's kill this guy, and we'll charm one of the ones in the executioner's room. All right. Because we're gonna pull this, we're gonna get the whole room, right? So might as well charm this one. See, AoEs do not hit mobs. You're currently non-charmed. Oh, nice. So they don't get hit by the AoE. Oh, that is interesting. All right. All right, you guys are giving me some interesting information I didn't realize. So that is fantastic. All right, let's charm this guy. All right, it failed. Let's see here. Where's the blue one? I might want to level this up, I guess. Yeah. All right, let's just kill this before we die. This is too many mobs. Try it. We'll try it again. I will not give up on the charming. There's a wizard here. Let's get him. I wonder if I just play like the Invis song, I should be able to like get my wind up, right? Do I have a wind? What is this? Okay, this does not have its slot. Let's fix that real quick. Okay. Wait, is this a primary? All right, this is primary. Storage, currency. This is a rank 1. Come on, die, dude. We need one of these. Can't I grab them? There we go. Cancel. Let's grab one of those. Gives us +1. That gives us the focus slot. Control K, augmentations. Let's grab my little flute, put that in there. Yeah, we got the flute in the hole. Perfect. There we go. All right, let's try this again. We got recovery on and defensive on. Let's try. Is this the Ghoul Knight? All right, let's charm him. $35, $65. Let's see here. Could play AoE slow without worrying about aggroing things you don't want to. Nice. I did not realize that. All right, we charmed him. All right. Now he is doing his thing. What's that wizard? Where's he at? Where's his health at? There he is, right there. He's gonna get fucking owned. No joke, he's dead. I can't heal him. That's not my job. His job is to take a hit. And looks like he broke before he died. Nice. And then I can just come over here, schwack him. Okay. All right, you guys are right. This is fun. This is definitely fun. I've never tried it because I always box a bard, right? So like being able to play like this is a little different. There we go. Awesome. Just did some kind of weird emote. All right. That was more fun than I was expecting. What is this up over here? All right, we got a wizard. What else do we have in this room before we gung-ho our way through there? Got a WAN. All right, I'm gonna charm this guy. He's like even con. And then we're gonna kill this guy. I wonder, do charm pets use your weapons? Like the weapon bag, right? What do I have in there? Loadouts, pet. I have yaks in there, right? There should be some yaks going on. What's going on there? Let's get this wizard done. All right, and then we charm this guy, right? Oh my. The level 39 has a 1 minute. Oh my god, a 1 minute duration. All right, so that'll be a definite upgrade right there. Oh my. Okay. This is it's a little slower, but it's fun. So you're thinking about running a paladin, monk, shaman, sealing the shaman for necro, but I don't understand how the invocations work. I think paladin monk with a necro would be actually pretty strong. No, not gonna lie. I have no idea what their plan is on the Rubicite. Like Ravenscale and Rubicite drop at the same time, so it's definitely I'm not sure what they're going for. I feel like one of the others shouldn't drop. Whatever that is what it is. Like, but the Rubicite breastplate is definitely an OP classic item because of the regen. And like mine at +2 is 8 regen, so that's actually kind of nice. All right, let's recharm this guy. Come on. You son of a bitch. Oh, nice. And then we can, we're gonna life tap this guy, heal ourselves up. Yes, a paladin would be able to proc the necro life tap. So you'd have a higher level life tap, but you wouldn't have the Shadow Knight bonuses that they get through Soul Liberation, right? From the passive proc that we get, right? So, you know, it's definitely a definite choice on how you want to do that, but I think Paladin with Slay Undead would be like the ultimate leveling character for leveling, you know, your first time through, but I haven't tried it, so I'm not 100% sure. There's just some theory crafting I was thinking of, because I went Shadow Knight, right? 37. Because I went Shadow Knight because I thought there would be, what you call it? Scream of Death. Oh, okay, we gotta switch to Scream of Death real quick. So, let me save this. I don't need, I don't need Invis on my bar. No, that's not what I wanted. Charm. Save. All right, now let's go Vampiric Scream of Death. Now, Scream of Death will give us AoE life tap procs instead of single target, which is a lot more sustainability when it comes to getting schwacked by all the guys we're getting schwacked by. Whoa, lightning shock, hello. 570. All right, this is 172 for 600. This is 156 for 570. Okay, we're gonna try that one. Yeah, I'm not 100% familiar with the Rangers, but like I would assume they're pretty good, and they should be durable. I mean, I feel like a Ranger would be a fairly durable class, since they're like a mini tank, but not a full tank. Oh, we got a supplier. All right. Oh, I can't. Oh, there's an assassin and a supplier. Oh, I got him. Oh my gosh. All right. Whoever suggested the charms, you're my bud. This is a lot of fun. And then we got another Bone Dirk, +2 on that one. Let's see here. Shadow Knight, Monk, Enchanter. Nice. Oh, we got a bag. And we got another AA. All right, we can put a point into Soul Abrasion, right? That gives us 200% extra life tap damage, right? So we didn't proc at all there. So I don't know what it was before, but 200%. That's 100% more than what we were getting before, or 50%. I don't remember what the previous rank was. Uh, 9 points. That's the last rank, is 200%. So it was 369. So that was a pretty hefty investment there. It's only 90. All right, that felt weak. Let's see if we can find something else down here. This aren't oh, this guy. Oh, he's got a friend. Let's go Spellblade. Since we have the new life tap, we should be a bit better. Yeah, Monk Bard. I saw a Monk Bard, and they were having a blast in hate. Like it felt really good. I grouped with a Paladin Monk. I don't know what his third was. And he was just using his fists, and this was in the Ghoul Lord, and he was just a badass. He was just knocking mobs down like I don't even know. It was pretty insane. 90 points. I feel like that's too low. I feel like 90 is still too low. Maybe that's what it was the whole time. I feel like it was more before, but let's see. Come on. Easy. I feel like so much stronger. 582 proc on that one, or a crit on that one. All right, what do you got? We got an ad. Smash. Oh, these wizards. I don't like messing around with the wizards. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's see if I can kill that one. Once I get my wind up, I think I'll be a lot better off. Oh my god. It's like a pocket pet. I don't know. And it feels like it doesn't feel too overpowered. Like I wish it used my weapons and stuff that I had, but I don't know why I stopped moving there. Is there something like attacking? Oh, he's attacking me. You son of a bitch. Get over here. I got work for you. This one, right here. There you go. Please attack him. Thank you. Striker does 5x your like backstab, your flying kick, those kind of things. It does. It says, I think it says 3x your normal melee though, so I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really notice the extra normal white damage compared to offensive stance, but let's see. How do I get the circle to show up? Right, so I believe I like right click right here, and then it goes into this like thing right here, this ring. So that shows it there. Like if you've ever used like any of the third-party programs on an emulated server, right? Like you can, it's just the way it's the same way. I'm honestly surprised it's in the game. In all honesty, I'm truly surprised that they added this the ability to like show EQ to be able to see all the different mobs and where they're at and even see their names and stuff, right? Like I did not expect that. And the circle is based on my tracking skill. So I believe a ranger can see like the entirety of the zone and they can see all the mobs, right? Because they have the highest tracking cap. But as a bard, I don't have a really high cap. What is it? Tracking. I only have 100 tracking right now at level 37. Yeah, so Kel says he can see everything as a... This is just so hilarious. Oh, man. Oh, all right. Let's stop messing around before we get killed here. Empower. Oh, they're all wizards. All right, perfect. No, come on, go, charm. Yeah, that's what I thought. Lightning shock. So the reason I have the tracking on my multi-bind, right, is so that I can see if a named pops, because I'm not looking at the map. I had it sorted, I guess it by alpha, and it was kind of like a little better, but I think probably here for this one I should sort by reverse or consider. But so I can just see the name. That's how I'm used to playing on live, right? Like the Cavalier's up. So it's easier to see versus like looking here because you can't see the names. And the labels of the map kind of overtake the little guy on there sometimes. So hopefully that answers the question there. Reverse alpha. What's that one look like? Reverse alpha. Yeah, reverse alpha works when the names are different. Like a ghoul Cavalier, right? Like he's a little bit harder, but for me right now they're the names are going to be on the higher, should be in the higher level, at least the ones I want. But you know, it's all about flexibility, right? Just switching it however you want. So we're going to charm this guy, and the Cavalier is going to harm touch him, hopefully. Hopefully, if I can get charm off. Hilarious. And then I'm going to burn him down. I got to burn him down in 8 seconds. Oh, that's the first Dark Reaver I've seen. All right, let's do auto merge and loot. There we go. Oh, let's do this. Let's kill the pet and him at the same time. Oh, or just him. There we go. Now, this should have respawned, not that. This should be, yep. There we go. And we didn't get it named. So let's see here. Weapon like Ghoulbane, whatever. And whatever offhand, 2x, spellblade, prog, instrument, and knife. Yeah, like definitely that sounds like the way to go, right? And they made it so the Shin Lord spawns twice as much. So like you could literally go into Guk at level 1 and stay in Guk until you get your Ghoul Lord, and then at like 25 or not 20 Ghoul Lord, Shin Lord, when you get Ghoulbane, then go straight into the lower Guk, right? Like that's two zones from 1 to 40 to 50, right? Like you could definitely do it. All right, let's empower. Let's charm this guy. Charming is definitely changed everything. This has changed everything. This is so much more fun. A little bit more work, but it adds a little bit more fun to it. Oh, my pet broke. Ah, you son of a bitch. Alright, alright, we gotta kill this stupid wizard because he's like chain stunning me. Evasive. There we go. Alright. Let's grab you. Charm you. Pet attack that thing. Yeah, you get 1% more haste per level. If I recall, I can't push I right now. Mine's 22% at +1. Let's see here. Let's charm you. Come on. All right, let's just kill it. two fails. That's too much for me. Oh, I charmed the wizard. Oh. See, you can do the same in permafrost. Go outside Hollis once you're 12. Go into permafrost, stay till 50. Yeah, exactly. Definitely, like you could have a good time doing stuff like that. Like I recently did Everfrost on live, and that was actually a very fun little time, right? I had a little bit of fun there, so definitely a zone worth probably looking into if you're one of those races and you don't want to move around, right? Like I know they're gonna redo Blackborough like they did to Befallen. I think that someone said that one's the next zone to get hit. So that'll definitely that'll be a nice little thing for those for those on that side of the world, right? Let me get some mana. Yeah, so I have BRD instruments in my any slot in my other weapons. So I have the wind flute there. I have the lute of the gypsy princess there. My offhand has a horn. I haven't gotten a better horn yet. And then I have a Mistmore battle drum in my main hand. So it is what it is. Get what I can get. But yeah, I plan on playing Frost Reaver on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday I'm gonna do Frost Reaver stream. And I believe I'll be grouping with pugging, right? I'll be making a Beast Lord, and I'll be pugging. I think some of the other content creators for Everquest are going to be doing stuff, so I might be able to group with some of them and you know, have just a whole blast, you know, get everything going. I do not plan on boxing anything except maybe a druid, but not at all right away. I'm gonna try for the pure pug experience, if you will, and just, you know, have fun. I was hoping to move to Linux this week, but then Legends is like took all my time, so I didn't finish my 130 Paladin or my 130 Shadow Knight videos yet, so I'm waiting on finishing those before I switch 100% to Linux. So because I won't be able to use IS Boxer anymore, right? So that's like the whole gist of it. Without IS Boxer, it's definitely going to be a challenge to 6-box. So, yeah, I would love to see the Rubicite stay in the game. I don't know why they ever removed it. I understand why, right? But definitely don't understand removing stuff. It just doesn't feel good to me. But I understand why they did. It's redundant because they replaced it with the class armor. There we go. But I don't know. I don't like removing things from games. Like, I literally quit playing World of Warcraft because they changed one of the panda zones, and then it was like permanently changed, and I couldn't finish some quest or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it pissed me off so bad because I was unable to play for a little bit of time during that patch, and they like changed the whole zone. I couldn't finish it. It was so annoying. Nice. Yeah, like definitely I recommend everybody, you know, box as much as you want on Frost Reaver. It's gonna be fun. I'm just like worn out on boxing. I think this is why this game appeals to me so much. Yeah. So like the Rubicite gets removed on TLP servers around like the start of Kunark, and so like some people think they're going to remove. So from July to December, Rubicite will drop, and then after December, it won't drop anymore. That's what I think people are saying. But I think they should leave it in the game since it's already dropping with the class armor. So I mean, why remove it? I mean, it doesn't really affect anything. It's a solo game. I mean, who cares if you have Rubicite? I mean, once you put it on, it's untradeable, so it's worthless. You can't sell it or anything like that. Just another item. Just like the guys of the Deceiver and stuff like that. Oh, 1700 nuke. Oof. Look at that. Didn't even see that one. Definitely nice. But I have no idea if they're actually going to remove it or not. Just what the theory people would say. Oh, I could definitely see people true boxing EverQuest Live. I mean EverQuest Legends. I mean, the benefit isn't really there as much, considering that you can't trade planar gear. You can't like feed the loot to one character, but you could definitely, you know, do some interesting things with being able to box in this game. This game says it's going to be true box, so definitely, you know, that's what true box is. It lets you box from multiple computers. So, because I mean, it'd be hard for them not to allow it, because people in the same family would want to play together, and it'd be hard to detect. And like, I know emulator servers get around it by, you know, you have to like tell them your IP address and all kinds of like ID information, or I guess whatever. But I mean, I'm not giving, I'm not giving my my ID information to anybody. I'll just set up a VPN and you'll never know. I mean, it's just like, it's just one of those things. Like, technology can get around everything. So I mean, it's just like, why bother? I wish on the Rubicite breastplate you could take the regen out, right? Like, I wish you could take the stats out of items and put them in different items. Like, you can take the procs and everything else out. I think that's the real innovation of the item system, is being able to move things around and stuff like that. All right, I think we can move to a little bit harder content here. This is so funny. What do we got here? Ghoul. All right, let's whack on this guy. Song of Sirens. Lightning shock. Oh my god, it just deletes them. These crits are realistically crazy. Oh my god, it's so much fun. Can I recharm you while you're like charmed? No, it doesn't work that way. Definitely makes it easier. Oh my god. Alright, not sure what I did there. Empower 5. Can I not cast? There we go. There we go. Alright, that one's dead. My pet broke. Let's grab you. Come on. Come on. Taking too much damage here. There we go. Alright. Yeah, you can put the Rubicite breastplate in your any slot. That's how I was running my my rogue, because I have the Raven scale breastplate, which has stats, right? So you put the other one in the any slot. And then you get the regen. So it was pretty nice. I just wish you could take the regen off of it and put it on something else. That'd be pretty good for me. All right, let's see here. I think we had like bloodthirsties. Yeah, we had bloodthirsties. We have ghouls. core. Like, I got this item last night randomly. This Eye of Uruk. And at first I didn't think I'd ever need it because I wasn't going to run, I wasn't going to do the wizard. And then I was like, you know what? Let's do the wizard. And, you know, the stats on this are pretty nice for, you know, the any slot, right? 60 mana. I guess I could upgrade it one more time. I don't have a lot of tokens. That's the only downside. This is one, ranked 1. The IDs don't really show. I think it's this one. No, maybe it's this one. Yeah. I got 17 of these ones. There we go. Plus 266 mana. 7 intelligence. And then I'm not going to waste any more tokens. Can I not charm you? There we go. Alright, you come with me. We're gonna go fight this guy. Oh, he already had a friend. Never mind. I think it's lore equipped. Yeah, lore equipped. You can only have one on at a time. Alright, let's charm you. Does inversion... Hold on here. Does inversion work with bard songs? No, it does not. Well, that's lame. Is that not a bard thing? It is a bard thing. It's not even working. He's charmed. Let's see here. I wonder if any follow the equip rule. Yeah, I think I think it does. I don't have 2 breastplates at the moment. I merged all mine. Like the avatar of fear spawns every time, so it's not terribly difficult to get one. Especially with private instances, you can just sit there and get it every 5 minutes if you wanted to. Well, that and the claws or the other breastplate, but the concept's the same, right? There we go. I feel like I run recover more than I do anything at this point now. It's definitely definitely becoming more needed, but maybe I'll have more mana later on and it won't be as big a deal. It's hard to say. Alright, let's see, go through here. Come on. So close to 38. There we go. Alright, we got you. Can we move? No, we're rooted. So we have 10 seconds to get this guy. Is there anything that like increases my charm time? Like this is like riveting gameplay for me. Like being able to charm. Ah, we already lost it. All right, 38. All right, let's go Spellblade so I don't pay attention. 38. We get Chant to Flame, a new pet, and 2 vision spells. Ugh. There we go. We got 2 AAs. Let's charm the blue. And we got 16 seconds. Which AAs increase the amount of spells on your spell bar? The mnemonic retention, right? So that one. The only reason I haven't upgraded this yet is because I have to rearrange all my spells. And I should probably do it and just do it once, but because you got to shift those down, right? So it's kind of a... Let's see, what's my charisma right now? I have 110 charisma. I'm able to charm. I mean, I'm not having a problem. It's just like the cast time's so long. Oh, he's still my pet. Am I like auto casting that spell? What the hell happened there? All right, let's do this. Oh wait, let's recharm you. Actually, let's kill you. We'll charm one of these placeholders. Let's go back to recovery. Are there 3 separate experience bars? No. You got one experience bar and your level is the lowest loadout you have, right? So if I switch to one of mine to a monk, I become level 10. I don't lose that I'm level 49 Shadow Knight, but I lose, like, I'm a 38 wizard right now. That's my lowest level, so that's as high as that's where it is. And my experience bar stays the same. So I guess you could cheese it, right? You might be able to. I haven't tried this. If you were to get to like the max level of level 11, right? Go kill like five mobs, switch your persona to, or your loadout to, your higher level. You theoretically might be at the end of the level. I don't know, but that would be kind of hilarious if that worked. I'm sure someone's tried it. All right, now we have 13 seconds to burn one of these guys down. There we go. Come on, buddy. Why are you breaking charm so fast? It definitely makes it a little easier. Like, I feel like I'm not having so much 1600 crit. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I feel like I did. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong health bar. I'm looking at his. There we go. All right. And then we'll do a 5. That should knock them both out. Yeah, gotta love those vision spells. Let's see. SK Beastlord Druid. Yeah, definitely. When they fix the Beastlord pets, I think that one will be pretty strong. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Advanced Idea Mechanics. I appreciate that. And if you've subscribed on YouTube, I don't know, because it doesn't update me at all in any kind of alert. So if you subscribed on YouTube, I appreciate that. I post most of my content on YouTube. Like this live stream will be on YouTube to watch. It'll be on Twitch to watch too. But it'll be on YouTube with all that and everything like that. So all my guide videos are on YouTube and stuff like that. I literally tried to use Twitch like that like years ago. But it didn't really work out very well using Twitch as a YouTube for like videos on demand. I don't know if they've changed it since then, but it was definitely not working out. But YouTube seems to work just fine for that. All right. Wow, we eliminated that really easy. I didn't expect that. Now, let's keep going. Oh, wait, okay. There's a dude like right there. I don't know if I can target him. Come on. All right. That's twice. There, we got him. All right. That will kill this one. And then somehow we get 3 more. Look at that Wan. He is like being chunked. He just got absolutely annihilated by this Dar. Oh my god. I'm getting annihilated. What is going on here? Alright, let's switch to life taps here. Powered life taps. Evasion. Let's kill this one. Jeez. The Dar is the lowest. Alright, let's grab the Zol. Let's try to charm that one real quick. Oh, wait. I don't think I can charm. Does it have a cap on it? Doesn't say what the cap is. I saw that in one of the videos, so it's not in the game. But they have some kind of system for taking the cosmetics, I guess, like the red tint on this armor here, and being able to put that into an item to then put it into the ornamentation slot. It's not in the game, so I'm not 100% sure how it works, but definitely definitely could be pretty cool. All right, we'll send this Vizgul to his death here. Let's go back to recovery. Are we almost there? Turn on attack. Theoretically, if it works out, I mean, it'd be kind of cool. But I depending on how it works, right? Like I would just see everybody in black plate. In all honesty, I believe that's where everybody will end up. There's I mean, unless they change some of the stuff, there's not a lot of cosmetics you can do with classic models. See you there. You stay safe, man. Maybe these Dars are a little too hard. Yeah, the weapons would be fun. Like I would like to dual wield these little scythe things. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I'm hoping to stay on until my wife yells at me. I don't know when that's gonna be. There we go, and boom. All right, we are in recover. Let's go into balanced. Right now, all the pets are very weak. Bio. A lot of the pets are really weak right now. They're not. They don't perform as well. They don't scale like a player. So when you send a pet that's like the normal live version of a Beast Lord pet at a mob that is, souped up on PCP, the pet's gonna die, right? Like this is just the way it is. So, like, I can't summon my my Shadow Knight pet without it dying like just about instantly. So it is definitely one of those things, right, where you're like, do I waste my bone chips or not? Hey, thank you very much for the follow there, Lemon. Lemon Jellos. Thank you very much. But I'm sure it'll get resolved, you know, sooner or later. But if pets don't scale up to player power, then it's definitely they're not going to be they're not going to be worth playing. And I don't think I think if casters don't get more mana regen, they're not going to be fun to play. Like you can kind of see here, like I'm constantly in recovery, just for the extra mana regen, and that is definitely not as fun because I don't have to do any of that with a. Oh my god, stuns! I don't have to do any of that with a melee. Right, melee can go nonstop. There's endurance, but with a rogue I didn't run into any endurance issues. And I run in like defensive / offensive depending on what I'm fighting. So, and the same build, right? Just swapping the wizard for a rogue. Let's get a life tap on this guy. Spellblade. All right. I am actually gonna have to go. My wife just texted me, so I'm gonna have to go deal with that. I found a leak in my kid's bathroom last night. We have this tub on the bathroom above it that we never use, but I washed the dog and it did something. So I'm gonna call it here, but definitely will stream some more of this. It seems to be popular and fun. If you have any questions, leave them on the video, and I will answer any questions to, you know, anything that's going on with this. But thank you guys very much for coming out. This is like probably the highest numbers I have ever seen. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Pop on Discord, and I have a EverQuest Legends Discord where I post pictures and stuff of my character that I've, you know, going through and, you know, talking about it with the people there. So stay safe. Have a fantastic day.